Let's divide the line into an even ratio where you got to take the entire length of a line and you're going to chop it in even in parts based off of the directions that they gave you. So in this example, they're telling you to put point P. It divides AB line segment or line AB into a ratio of 3:1. And then they're asking you if point A is at 2 on the line segment, if point A is at 2 and point B is at 8, they're going to now ask you what is the position of point P. So you'll be looking for point P is what we're going to be looking for. So if you look at the directions, you got to learn to follow. That's why I told you those symbols that you should have in your notes are very important. It's a line segment. So then what you have is we have our line AB here, or line BA. With me? They told you what? Point A was at 2. That's what we got here. Point A is at 2. Point B is at 8. And they want us to find the position of point P with the ratio of 3:1. That's how the questions format is going to come to you. So the way you solve it is first, you're going to have to jot and know this formula, because this formula they're going to give you is, and hold on, let me make an adjustment because we've been writing here all day. Let me get a green, let me get a orange. Your formula is going to be to find the line segment exact position. You have to multiply the value of n times x1. You're going to add that to the ratio value m. Look at the color coordination, times the second value of x. You're going to divide that by the first ratio m that's being added to the second ratio n. Once you divide that, that's going to give you the point on the line where P falls in between A and B, and it will give you that line segment 3/1. So what we did is I went down here and labeled all the points for you. We already said from the directions, X1 was what? From the directions, X1 is what?
Isn't it 1?
See, I'm trying to see if y'all paying attention. 2. Yeah, X1 is 2. They gave you that in the directions. Point A is at 2. 2 would be your X1. My X2 would be clearly what? 8, because that's B. So that's your X2. I even put it up here on the number line for you. So your X1 is A, your X2 is B. I mean 8 and B, yeah. The M value, put it in order. If you look here, the M value of the ratio is the first number. The N value of the ratio that they want is the second number, highlighted here in green. So what you'll have to do then is after you multiply X1 times the second value of the ratio, add it to the X2 times the first value of the ratio, we're going to divide that by adding the first ratio to the second ratio. The first ratio we said was 3, highlighted here in orange. The second ratio was 1, highlighted here in N. So when you go to solve it and set up everything, your N value was 1 times your X1, which is 2. Add it to my M value of 3 times the X2 value of 8. That's all going to be divided by the M value of M, 3, added to the N value, second ratio, 1. Once we get all those numbers in place, Kush, that was the hardest part. Everything else is simple. 2 times 1 gives you 2. 8 and 3 give us 24. 3 and 1 give us 4. 2 plus 24 is 26/4. Yes, it's a fraction, but we high schoolers, so it's no problem. So when you divide 6/4, 6/4 breaks down into 6.5. But use a decimal because we're going to eventually put this on a coordinate plane. So 6.5 or 6.5. So what that goes to tell you is that point B on this number line is at position 6.5. Even though that seems weird, but that's just how it breaks down. So when they ask you what's the value of P, you'll say it's 6.5. Confused? You should be. It's only the first one. Well, guess what we got now coming up after y'all jot that down? We got some examples we're gonna go through. I ain't gonna leave y'all stranded. Go ahead and jot that down. That's just the instructions. Now we about to apply these instructions in part 2.